Shalom, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shah, by Hashem, Rakakadash. Double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutation unto the Akim and to the elect brothers scattered across the four corners of the earth, pushing His truth and facing sincerity. I am Yashima Allah. Today I'm just going to go into, a quick little topic. I'm just going to dive into Isaiah the 55th chapter real quick, I'm finna hop straight into it. It says, Isaiah 55:1, it says, Ho, everyone that thirsted, come ye to the waters. Alright, and that says, everyone that thirsted, come to the waters. Now, is this talking about natural physical water that we drink today? Alright, well, let's see. Because Yahweh Shah made a statement, about this physical water, or the natural water that we drink on this earth. This is John 4:13. Basically, this is Yahweh Shah. He was having a conversation with the woman of Samaria, about the water in the well. This is John 4:13. It says, Yahweh Shah answered and said unto her, Whosoever drinketh of this water shall thirst again. So he's saying, if you drink of that physical water, you're going to be thirsty again. It's not going to be enough for you. You're going to have to keep coming, drinking and drinking again and again, to quench your thirst. This verse 14 says, But whosoever drinketh of the water that I shall give him shall never thirst. But the water that I shall give him shall be in him a well of water springing up into everlasting life. So he said that the water that I shall give him shall never thirst. So what water is he talking about? Because it's not the same water that's mentioned in verse 13. So what is that water? In Isaiah the 55th chapter, what is it that you're supposed to thirst after? This is Matthew 5:6. It says, Blessed are they which do hunger and thirst after righteousness, for they shall be filled. So we're supposed to be thirsting after righteousness. That's what the water represents. Righteousness. It wasn't talking about natural water. So when it says come to the waters, you know that it's talking about righteousness. But where is righteousness found? This is Psalms 119 and 172. It says, My tongue shall speak of thy word, for all thy commandments are righteousness. So the words of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah, the commandments, the whole scriptures, that's the righteousness. So when it's talking about, come to the waters, it's talking about the wisdom, knowledge, understanding. It's talking about the scriptures, this knowledge. Going back to Isaiah 55. It says, Ho, everyone that thirsted, come ye to the waters. So everyone that's thirsty, that wants to acquire this knowledge, that's seeking the truth, come unto this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. It says, come ye to the waters. How do you come to the waters? Where will you find this water at? This is Proverbs 1. Verse 21. It says, starting verse 20. It says, Wisdom cried without, she uttered her voice in the streets. She cried in the chief places of concourse, in the opening of the gates. In the city she uttered her word, saying, so wisdom, it says, wisdom cried without, she uttered her voice in the streets. So wisdom is going to be found in the streets. Is he talking about any street, any street out there? It's not, no. It says she cried in the chief place of concourse. So this is a place of big business where all the people gather together, a very popular area where all the nations come into, buying or selling, like a downtown area or something, in your city. So that's where wisdom is found. So in Isaiah 55, when it says, "Come ye to the waters," you go out on the highways and the byways, and you will see the prophets of the Lord preaching His knowledge. All right, preaching that water, preaching this truth. Okay. So it says, "Ho, everyone that thirsted, come ye to the waters, and he that had no money, come ye buy and eat." Yeah, and you don't have to be rich, you know, to get this knowledge. You don't have to have any money. It doesn't matter if you're rich or poor. All right, the truth don't require much of you. All you gotta do is come out and listen. Watch this video, study, and eventually you will be out in the highways and byways teaching if that's your lot. If your lot is to be a prophet of the Lord. All right, because we're not like other camps that will sell you a breakdown or sell you a Passover garment, for over $150. That's madness. All right. The scriptures say, freely have you received, freely give. All right, so we're not supposed to sell the truth unto you. That's wickedness. All right, it says, "Yea, come buy wine and milk without money and without price." And that wine and that milk is also talking about the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. All right, the scriptures. This is Proverbs 9 and 1. It says, "Wisdom had built her house. She had hewn out her 7 pillars. She had killed her beasts," meaning that she killed the beasts, that she basically killed the meat, killed the animals, and the meat is ready to be eaten. All right, the meat is cooked. It says she had mingled her wine, the best wine, the aged wine. All right, just remember, it's talking about wisdom. It says she had also furnished her table. Everything is set up for you to eat. All right, it says she had sent forth her maidens. She cried upon the highest places of the city. Just like I was just saying, wisdom is found in the city. All right, the highest places of the city. It says, "Whoso is simple, let him turn in hither." Come unto the waters. It says, "That's for him that wants an understanding." She said unto him, "Come eat of my bread and drink of the wine which I have mingled." All right, see, so the bread, and the wine, that's all symbolic for the scriptures. All right, it's talking about spiritual food. All right, you got when the scriptures say, "Come to the waters," come. It says, "Come eat of my bread." Come eat of this spiritual food. All right, so just like you make sure you eat every day. You make sure you put some food in your stomach, because if you don't, you're gonna get weak. All right, same thing in this truth. If you don't get this spiritual food, you'll be weak in the spirit. You'll be weak, on a spiritual level. All right, because what did Job say? This is Job 23 and 12. It says, "Neither have I gone back from the commandment of his lips. I have esteemed the word of his mouth more than my necessary food." So Job said that he esteemed, the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, these scriptures, the commandments, more important. Basically, he put it over, eating, this worldly food. All right, it was more important unto him than eating, and that's how you have to be. All right, and just going back to Isaiah 55. All right, I'll read verse 2. It says, "Wherefore do ye spend money for that which is not bread, and your labor for that which satisfies not?" Yeah, you have people, in this world that go to all these different schools, basically paying, to learn this knowledge. All right, but they're not learning the true knowledge. All right, they're spending money for something that's not going to satisfy them. All right, you have people laboring in these different religions, to learn about these different nations, and the things about their gods. All right, but it's not going to satisfy them, because at the end of the day, it's not, those gods are not going to be able to protect them. These different religions don't hold no weight. All right. The only thing that holds weight is the wisdom, knowledge, understanding of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah, the true understanding, the 100% truth. All right, which we believe that the truth is that great millstone. Through apostles and elders of Great Millstone, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah. We believe that Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah is bringing through those men. It says, hearken diligently unto me and eat that which is good, and let your soul delight itself in fatness. All right, just like Matthew 5 and 6 said, blessed are they which hunger and thirst after righteousness, for they shall be filled. All right, basically, that's all I want to go into. I believe I got my point across. So with that, I'm gonna say, I'm gonna give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Chakadash, double honors unto the apostles and the elders of Red Millstone. Peace and salutation to the Akim, to the elect scattered across the four corners of the earth. All right, Shalom.